Hi guys, Drew here, and this is my Pagan Challenge D video. And D is for dream messages and drawing magic. I don't really want to discuss how these things are done as much as I kind of want to talk about, with dream messages, I want to talk about the importance of them, about being open to them. I have received many dream messages, and not all of them have been obvious and well understood by me, I have to admit. Some have been littered with symbolism and whatever, and I just really haven't got it, just known that it was for me and it was important for some reason, and just sort of held that without trying to force it and figure out what to do or what it meant. Other messages I've received in dreams have been very obvious, that it was instructions or I was being pushed in a certain direction, guided towards some resource of knowledge. So while I can designate certain dreams as dream messages and understand that they are, I can't always know what to do with those messages. And in those instances, I usually open myself up and ask for further guidance on the topic, either with my guides, through meditation, through journey, through asking for more dreams. But for me personally, when I get a dream message, it's pretty distinct. A dream is a dream, but a dream message is something that kind of haunts me. It won't leave me alone. And usually the dream itself seems, it's not like a lucid dream, but there's something unusual about it. It just isn't the regular foggy brain regurgitation through sleep kind of dream. So I personally feel it's really important when we have these dreams that are unusual and that won't let us be, just keep coming to us, that we pay attention to what is going on. There is some message there for us. And it's up to each of us whether we choose to pursue that or not. But I feel personally I'm doing myself a disservice if I don't. It's not something I have to do. It's something that I should want to do, because I wouldn't be being guided, led, given messages for something that wasn't in my highest good, because that's the deal that Spirit and I have. If it's not in my highest good, if it's not in the highest good of those around me, then I don't really need it. If it's not going to benefit me in some way, then I don't need it in my life. I would not be receiving those dream messages. And even if you haven't specifically set that with your god or goddess or guides or what have you, it's still probably true. They're not going to send you messages in your dreams or in any other way if it's not something that you would benefit from. Okay, so that's my little quick spiel on dream messages. Drawing magic. Again, I don't really want to talk about how to do it. I don't even know a textbook way of doing drawing magic. I just do whatever comes naturally to me, what I feel like doing in that moment. But I will say, there is an attitude that needs to be in place when pursuing drawing magic. If I'm walking around feeling sorry for myself, or resentful toward those that have what I want, that is not doing me any favors, and I'm not going to be successful in my drawing magic. The most effective I have ever been when it comes to drawing magic is if I am genuinely in a place of being able to be completely grateful for what I already have and blessing those that have what I want. For example, when we moved into our house, it took a couple months to find the house and move in. And it was only the second house we looked at. It was perfect. I said beforehand, my house has a name, Sacred Hollow, and Sacred Hollow's out there, and I'm going to find it. Spirit, lead me to it. And when we saw this house, I thought, oh yes. And I said to Spirit, if this is Sacred Hollow, then, make this happen. Everything went by very quickly compared to what I hear most people talk about when they buy their homes. It seemed like a relatively easy process, for sure. So before that, I had a terrible attitude. Originally, I had a very bad attitude. I felt very sorry for myself that I still did not have a home, had never owned a home at my age. We were living with my parents. It was cramped. It was not a good situation. And I just had a really bad attitude. And I would be driving around and see homes and think of the people in them and just be like, it must be nice. In a really kind of condescending way. Like, oh, it must be nice. Like, resentful, for sure. And I realized I needed to check my attitude. And I did. And at first it was fake. It was totally fake. I would purposely drive around neighborhoods and look at homes and say, bless you in your home. I bless you in your home. I hope that that's your dream home. And you deserve it and all this stuff. And eventually it sunk in, and I was like, yes, bless you in your home. You do deserve it. That's your home, not my home. I don't even know if I'd like that home. Bless you in your home. I hope it's your dream home, because I hope to find mine as well. Let us all have our dream homes. And I just adopted this attitude that there was a place for everyone, including me. And I just had this really positive, loving attitude about the situation. It's the same thing with our prosperity altar. We have a prosperity altar. It's very small. I have a prosperity spell working on it. But my husband and I each have a rose of Jericho on the prosperity altar. And that is not for us. Well, it is for us, but it is for the pagan community as a whole. Yes, I could do my area. I mean, I could do all kinds of things, but because I am pagan and because we own our own small business, we have a shop on Etsy and we make pagan products and sell them. I wanted to bless my community and of course myself by extension. But my point is, when you are trying to draw something, you have to be giving. It's taken about a year of being in Etsy, but our business is sustaining itself. We're no longer putting our own personal money into it. It's not making huge profits yet, but it is sustaining itself. And as a result, I want to start donating a small part of our proceeds to a local wildlife shelter. Again, it's because I want to do something good, but it's also me feeding my ability to draw in prosperity. You have to give in order to get. Magic, there's a saying my husband and I say when it comes to magic: it costs. It doesn't matter what you do, it costs. This is alchemy, guys, whether you want to call it that or not. You cannot get something for nothing. You have to put something out. So when we're trying to do drawing magic, whether you're trying to draw love, prosperity, security, stability, a peaceful life, an environment, it doesn't matter what you're trying to draw in, you need to be putting out. And of course, that is just my experience and my opinion. If yours is different, feel free to share, but that's my advice. That's how I practice, and I have been very successful practicing that way. I know it sounds like law of attraction or call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You have to give to get. And yeah, that's my D video. I kind of rambled. I'm sorry. Thanks for sticking it out with me. And until next time, much love and gratitude.